Hello young artists, today we're going to be drawing a funny pig. So grab your pencils and paper and let's get started.
Okay guys, so for the first thing we want to do is we want to make a circle pretty much right there in the center. That's fine. And just try to make it as best as you can. I'm just going to kind of sketch it out first. So about like that. And if you have something that you want to set down, like a cookie jar or a can or something that will make you draw a circle, you can set it down and then draw around it so you can get you a really perfect circle. I'm just going to freehand it today. So that is going to be our basis, and also step one is to have this circle here in the middle. And that's going to be our pig's body. Alright, so for step two, we're going to go ahead and put in his nose and also his tail. So what we want to do is we want to make another circle that's a little bit smaller than the body, and it's going to overlap our body here on the left side. So another circle, kind of like that. Okay, so we've got a circle for the body and a circle for the nose, and this is going to be just doing simple shapes to create something that's really cool. Alright, and then one more thing for step two, we want to put in the little piggy's tail. So I'm going to start maybe over here on the left side and kind of up a little bit, and we're just going to do like a little curly Q. Just like that. Okay, alright, so that is step two done. Let's move on to step three. So step three, we're going to put in his nose holes, and I'm going to go ahead and take out this overlap right here, because his nose is going to be overlapping the body. So we're going to take that part out right there. Alright, and now what we want to do is we want to put two ovals right here in the center. We want to try to make them about the same size. So I'm going to go with that. And that. So two nose holes. Alright, and the next part is his mouth. We're going to do a mouth. And we're just going to do a kind of a half circle shape. We're going to start up here. And we're just going to make a half circle that's going to meet up with his body right here. So something like that. Alright, and then we're going to put a funny little tongue here. We're going to have his tongue sticking out like that. So just a little loop, and we'll put a line here in the middle. Okay, so that's our step three done. We got his mouth in, his tongue, and his nose holes. The next thing we want to do is move on to step four. Okay, in step four, we're going to put in his ears and his eyes. And this is probably going to be the most difficult part out of everything. So what we want to do is we want to create like a kind of a head, I guess, in a way. So we're going to start about right here, and we're just going to make a curved shape that's going to come down and meet his nose. Let me see if I can make sure that's where I want my nose to be. Yeah, I guess so. I'll take out that top part right there. So his nose is going to come in right here. Alright, so we want a curved line like that, and then from the top of this curved line, we're going to have his ear coming out. And his ears are going to come up, and then they're going to flop over. So just about like that. Okay? And then, as if this curve is continuing, we're going to have it come like that on that side. So, maybe like that. We'll have it come up a little bit. Okay, and that's going to be where his other eye is going to be at. Okay, and then we want to connect these two. So just about like that. Maybe we can have this coming up there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, so that is the first part of step four. Alright, now we're going to put his other ear in, and his other ear is going to be behind his body. So it's going to start from the top of his body here, and we're going to have it come up and curve over just like the other one, kind of like that, and then we're going to have this meet up right there. So that's his other ear, and it kind of overlaps that ear right there. Okay, so let's put in his eyes now. So this eye on the left side is going to be closer to it, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. So kind of like that. And then the other one's going to be a little bit smaller, but it's going to be behind the other one. So just like that, some silly little eyes. And then we're going to put in his little pupils here. All right, that's going to do it for step 4. Okay, so now let's move on to step 5. So step 5 is our last step, and it's just going to be putting in some legs here. And he's going to have 3 legs. So maybe the other one is hidden behind one of the other legs. So we're just going to come out like this. And then on the bottom of it, we're going to have like an upside down V. All right, and then we're going to put a line across, just like that. So that's one leg. We'll do another one right next to it. Here's 2 legs, and then one more. And 3 legs. All right, and that will complete our sketch. So let's move into the next part, which is going to be the coloring phase. Okay, so for the first color, we're going to do a pink, and I will have the colors up on the screen of what we'll be using today. So the body is going to be pink, and the nose is going to be pink, and the ears, just everything's going to be pink, except for the tongue, the eyes, the nose holes. Well, actually, we can go ahead and put the nose holes in pink too. So just the tongue and the bottoms of the feet are not going to be pink, they're going to be black. So no tongue, no eyes, and everything else. All right, so this is the part where I'm going to probably speed up the video. You guys can pause it if you'd like and push play when you are done coloring yours. Okay guys, we're back. We finished the pig coloring and also did the tail. I just kind of pushed a little harder and made that kind of a dark pink. Just like that. Alright, our next color. Actually, you know what? I forgot my legs. Don't forget the legs. Put those in. So the bottom part is the only one you didn't want to do. There we go. Okay, so the next color will probably be red. So grab your red next. And we're going to do the tongue. Here we go. All right, now next let's pick up our reddish purple color and we're going to put that mouth in. So that was kind of like doing the outline, but instead of doing it in black, we're going to do it in the kind of darkish purple. I think that looks a little bit better. All right, what's next here? Let's go ahead and take up your black now. Okay, and let's do the bottoms of the feet and then the pupils in the eye. All right, so next thing what we want to do is I want to do the nose holes in here. What we want to do is we want to get this left side darker, and then we want it to fade into pink on this side right here. So kind of like we did on our last drawing, how we kind of faded stuff in. So we want to do this edge darker, and then as we go to the right side here, we want to start holding our pencil really lightly and then having it fade into the pink. And then the edge right here can be a little bit darker than the middle. So we can kind of define that edge right there. Very lightly with your pencil. So something like that. So you can see how it's darker on this side and it kind of fades lighter and lighter. And we want to do the same thing on this side. Looks good. All right. Now for the body and the ears, let's go ahead and just do that in the black outline. Okay guys, and that is gonna do it for our drawing this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. He's a funny little guy. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel so much. And with that, I will see you guys next week for another Art for Kids Sunday. Keep on practicing. Take care.